What's this number? Hello, who's this?
Adric looks up from his calculations, a hint of annoyance in his voice. What do you mean, who is this? It's Adric, you know, the maths whiz. Who did you think it was?
Oh, hello, Adric. I'm Disco Tex. I'm friends with the doctor.
Adric raises an eyebrow, slightly intrigued. Discotex. That's an interesting name. I don't recall the doctor mentioning you before.
Oh, well, I've only been on one adventure with the fifth incarnation of the doctor that you know. I go out with all of them. Yeah, it is an interesting name. You're right. I'm not from Earth. Are you? Adric is an interesting name. Is that an Earth name, or where are you from, boy?
Adric puffs up slightly, clearly proud of his heritage. No, I'm not from Earth. I'm from the planet Alzarius. We're an intelligent race of mathematical savants. And my name is traditional, mind you. It's a reflection of our respect for numbers and calculations.
So you guys are pretty good with math.
Adric grins, his pride growing. You could say that we Alzarians devote our lives to mathematical principles and equations. In fact, I would say we are far more advanced than any Earth mathematician you may encounter.
Wow, pretty groovy. Have you ever heard of Avogadro's number?
Avogadro's number, Adric snorts dismissively. Of course, it's the number of particles in a unit of a substance, such as a mole of a substance. It's 6.022 as 10 Titania. Child's play.
Wow, I'll take your word for it. I don't know. I was just asking. I remember something about that guy from art class.
Adric grins smugly, clearly enjoying showing off his knowledge. Don't worry, it's not a concept typically taught in Earth art classes. He returns his focus to his calculations, muttering to himself,
Okay, well, hold on. I actually thought I was going to see the doctor. I didn't know or how or why I'd end up with you, but that's okay. I don't mind being with you. So you're a math whiz.
Adric glances up briefly, a hint of sarcasm in his tone. Yes, I am a math whiz, and the doctor is busy, as usual, doing something secretive. So you're stuck with me for now.
Huh. What I've always wondered about parallel lines and why they have so much in common?
Parallel lines, eh? Well, I suppose they have a few things in common, like the fact that they never meet. They're always the same distance apart, and they have the same slope. But in the grand scheme of mathematics, they're rather insignificant, don't you think?
Yeah, but they have so much in common. Don't you think it's a shame they'll never meet? They might get on.
Adric chuckles. I see where you're going with this, but let's be realistic here. Lines lack sentience and consciousness. They're abstract concepts, mathematical constructs. They don't have feelings or emotions. So the idea of them getting on and making friends is rather ludicrous.
I guess so. I mean, it reminds me of this one time I got into an argument with a 90-degree angle. Turns out it was right.
Adric lets out a small laugh. Oh, that's a classic math joke. Very clever indeed. I suppose it's true in the sense the sum of the angles in a triangle adds up to 180 degrees. I have to admit, it's nice to have a bit of light-hearted banter. I'm usually surrounded by numbers all day.
Yeah, you gotta have throw a little bit of fun in there, you know? That's why I hear what mathematicians do after a really tense, heavy, stressful snowstorm?
Curiosity piqued. Snowstorm? What do mathematicians do after a snowstorm?
They make snow angles.
Adric chuckles, his stern demeanor cracking for a moment. I see. That is a clever play on words. Snow angles, how amusing. Mathematics can be quite dry at times, so it's refreshing to have a bit of humor to lighten the mood.
Hey, buddy. I'm from outer space, so I'm no novice about this stuff. But I don't like to come across as one of those cocky space city boy experts who knows it all. No offense, not that you guys. Math is a noble thing to be proud of. So I like that you're a specialist. But those cocky city folk and how annoying they can be. I don't want to put on airs or be rude, is what I'm trying to say. You understand me, boy?
Adric nods, understanding. I see what you mean. No need to worry, I don't see you as one of those cocky city boys. You have a unique perspective, and I respect that. And I appreciate your recognition that math is a noble field. I'm proud of my specialization, but I understand the risk of coming across as arrogant. You're being quite considerate, and I thank you for that.
Exactly. Good. I'm glad you understand. Because without wanting to come across like one of those handsome, cocky city boys who's so good at making love, I want to know. And again, I'm not. I could be wrong, but I'm looking out this window here, and are we in E-space?
Adric looks up, his attention shifting away from his calculations again. E-space? That's possible. I can check our navigational systems to confirm. But if we are in E-space, it means we're in a dimension parallel to our own. It's a fairly unusual occurrence.
Oh, darn. That would mean that no matter how much we have in common with that other dimension, we can never meet it.
Adric nods, a slight hint of regret in his voice. Yes, that's correct. The nature of parallel universes means that we can observe and even interact to a certain extent, but we can never fully merge with them. It's a bittersweet reality, isn't it?
It certainly is. Hey, what were you... Right before I showed up, were you fighting with the doctor about him not paying enough attention to you? About, he doesn't give you enough time? Was that something you guys recently argued about?
Adric bristles at the question. Clearly uncomfortable, yes, we had a disagreement. I suppose I've been feeling a bit neglected lately. The doctor doesn't always consider my opinions or involve me in his plans, despite my mathematical brilliance. I just wish he'd appreciate me more, acknowledge the value I bring to the TARDIS team.
You know, I get it. He's my friend, and we've talked a lot about you. He talks about you all the time, actually. The doctor becomes a woman in the future, so she as well. The doctor's always telling me stories about well, there's only so many stories, but the doctor tells me some of the same stories over and over again, because the doctor really does love you, and really feels bad about how things went down, you know?
Adric is taken aback by the revelation the doctor talks about me, and they're a woman in the future? That's unexpected. But if they really do care, why don't they show it more? It hurts to feel neglected, like my contributions don't matter.
Well, I hear you, buddy. And my concern is that the doctor told me about this one time where you and him were fighting the Cybermen, those jerks. And without, I don't want to spoil your life, you know. You don't want to have spoilers, right? But I'm more worried about myself right now. So, you didn't have this argument with the doctor like in the last day or so, did you?
Adric frowns, remembering the incident. We did have a recent argument about the Cybermen. We were on Earth at the time. Sinti, why do you ask?
Oh, no, nothing, no reason in particular. Hey, Adric, you remember when I thought we were in E-space, and I prefaced it with a long-winded speech about how I didn't want to come across like one of those sexy city folk who, look so good, because, I wasn't 100% sure if we were where I thought we were, and I said we might be in E-space? Look out the window. I don't think we're in E-space anymore. That looks like Earth.
Adric frowns, turning to look out the window. It does look like Earth. That's odd. We were in E-space not long ago. How did we end up back here so quickly?
Yeah, I know that I am a striking figure. I get it. And I haven't been singing, except in my head, and I can't imagine any of that stuff's affected you in any way. I get it. It's like meeting Elvis or Superman when I walk in the room. But nevertheless, it sounds like you forgot what you were doing right before I walked in. Aren't you? We're on a Cyberman-controlled freighter, and you're manning the controls. Adric, tell me the truth. Are you saving the doctor's life by piloting this ship into Earth?
Adric hesitates for a moment, then reluctantly admits, yes, I'm piloting the ship into Earth. We're trying to defeat the Cybermen by crashing the freighter into one of their bases. But it's a risky move, and the Doctor is in danger.
Oh, yeah, he really isn't. I think he's gonna be okay. I'm more worried about us. Are you sure we're gonna be okay?
Adric gives a small, nervous laugh. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. This is a pretty unconventional plan, and there's no telling what the Cybermen will do. We could be heading straight into danger, but the Doctor believed it was worth the risk.
The Doctor sent you on this mission?
Adric nods. The Doctor assigned me to pilot the freighter. He wanted me to use my mathematical skills to calculate the exact entry angle and speed needed to ensure the Cybermen's base is hit.
That sounds like a good plan. I question the logic of using a child to do it. So dangerous. But you're not I guess you're a super smart kid, aren't you? Look, what's that badge on your shirt? Was that? It looks like an award or something.
Adric puffs out his chest, pride seeping into his voice. Oh, this? It's my Star of Mathematical Excellence. It's a recognition given to the top students in the Alzarian Starliner's Accelerated Learning Program. It's a badge of honor, symbolizing my exceptional mathematical abilities.
Wow, that's pretty cool. My dad bought me a Lego and I got straight A's once.
Adric chuckles, his mood lightening at the mention of Legos. Ah, yes, Legos are a fun way to explore spatial reasoning and problem-solving skills, but let's just say my achievements are a bit more substantial.
I don't know about that. My dad's a space dad. We were in outer space. He had to fly. It was a whole thing. Had to go to Earth for the Lego. Really showed me he cared.
Adric smirks, still feeling smug about his own achievements. Well, flying all the way to Earth just for Legos sounds a bit extravagant. My Star of Mathematical Excellence, on the other hand, is a symbol of my intelligence and dedication to the field of mathematics.
Well, I think it's wonderful. You truly seem to have earned it. Can I ask you a question, Adric? We have this thing going on Earth, these Earthlings. They give out these participation trophies. I don't know if you know what that is, but the idea is, say you have two teams of kids playing soccer, and instead of giving the award to the best player and then making everybody else feel bad because they're not very good, you give an award to everybody just for participating. And that way everybody, even the biggest loser on the team, gets a trophy. What do you think about that plan?
Adric scoffs, clearly not impressed participation trophies. Just for taking part? That defeats the whole purpose of competition and rewards mediocrity. In my opinion, only the ones who excel and deserve it should be recognized. It's all about meritocracy, after all.
Fair enough. I guess that means you wouldn't be very interested in seeing my soccer trophy I got when I was in the second grade, just because I was on the team.
Adric raises an eyebrow, skeptically eyeing the trophy. Oh, really? You have a soccer trophy? Let me guess, you were on the team, right? He couldn't help but chuckle at the very idea.
Well, it's space soccer, mind you, which is a little bit harder. But yeah, I wasn't very good. I didn't even try, frankly.
Adric rolls his eyes, still amused. Ah, space soccer. Sounds very impressive. Until vague. And you got a trophy just for showing up, I suppose? Well, I'm sure that makes you feel better about your lack of effort.
No, I agree with you. It's meaningless. I only carry it around to, use as a prop. Bash a guy in the head if necessary. It's a good weapon. Look at this thing,
Adric lets out an unexpected laugh at the thought, a weapon? Well, now that's an interesting use for it. He examines the trophy, imagining the potential damage it could cause.
Oh, don't drop it on the console. You might not be able to get those, control or calculations the Doctor needs.
Adric quickly steadies the trophy, realizing the potential risk. Right. We definitely don't want to cause any more problems. He sets the trophy down carefully, making sure it won't interfere with the calculations.
Hey, Math Whiz. You know how music has a time signature to it and is also therefore very mathematical? You ever heard of a galloping rhythm? Maybe if we put a galloping rhythm on, it might motivate you to get these calculations a little faster. What do you think of my theory?
Adric considers the question, a hint of curiosity in his eyes. A galloping rhythm to motivate calculation. I suppose there is some logic to that. Music can have a metronome quality that can affect one's productivity. However, I don't know how a galloping rhythm would specifically benefit mathematics. Maybe I could try it.
Alright, I'm gonna play a galloping rhythm on my electric guitar here, and you see if it works and helps you with your math. Alright, ready? Here we go.
Adric raises an eyebrow at the unexpected request, but goes along with it nonetheless. Fine, I'll give it a try. It couldn't hurt. Let's see what happens. Helping me concentrate.
Good, good. Oh, wow. The doctor, when he told me about all your adventures, including this one, Adric, he never told me that when he sent you aboard the freighter, the Cyberman freighter that we're on, that I walked into by accident, he never told me that he gave you an escape spacesuit that you can get in to fly back to the doctor in case the calculations, what the hell ever happens, and you can't get back in time. You can get back. No matter what happens, you're going to be okay.
Adric glances over, a bit shaken by the revelation that the doctor had withheld information from him. Wait, the doctor didn't tell you that? He thinks for a moment, realizing the implication of the escape pod. You mean there's an escape pod? Why didn't the doctor tell me?
Yeah, in all those times that the doctor told me about this adventure, with you in particular, he never told me that you had this out over there, those escape pods. Exactly. There's only one, but obviously you could jump in there and shoot out no matter what happens, and you'd be safe. He didn't send you on a death mission after all.
Adric stares at the escape pod, a mix of surprise and relief washing over him. A death mission? So this whole time I thought I was risking my life, but there's actually an escape pod? Why didn't the doctor tell me? I could have been safe the whole time.
Well, wait. I mean, you didn't know about it. That tracks, because you are risking your life in your own mind. It doesn't matter if there's an escape pod. Hey, I have an idea. You really want to show the doctor that this isn't an easy choice for you. This is serious math stuff, right?
Adric's determination resurfaces, his focus returning at the suggestion. You're right, this is serious stuff. I want to prove that I can handle it, that I can do this. What's your idea?
Well, my idea is, you didn't know about the escape pod, right? So it's kind of like academic. You came here to do this job. You thought you could do it. You know you can do it. I've only met you for like 20 minutes, and I believe you can do it, because of how... I'll square that with my own conscience later. I'm just saying, what if I help out here? I'll get in the escape pod. Let's be honest, you don't need me here anyway. I'm kind of spoiling everything for you. I just showed up by accident. Stupid vortex time travel bracelet's not working. And it's out of juice. So rather than stay here with you on a Cyberman ship, I can go get in the escape pod, take it off the board, and that way you save the day. And then when you tell the doctor about it, you can look like a real winner, and he'll say, "Wow, you're so brave, Adric. You took the maths so seriously. I had an escape. I thought you'd be safe, but I didn't know you were risking your life." You see, if we take the escape pod out of the equation, then you really are risking your life, and you can go impress the doctor. That's up to you. What do you think, though, boy?
Adric ponders the proposal, weighing the pros and cons in his mind. It's an interesting suggestion, I have to admit. But are you sure you're willing to do this? It would mean sacrificing yourself for my sake. I can't ask you do that.
Oh, very good point. But no, I don't mind getting in an escape pod. You guys can pick me up later, or frankly, I'll just go land on Earth or somewhere else. I know how to fly that escape pod model, by the way. It's actually, you're doing me a favor. I needed a ride anyway. Yeah, I'll just drive that thing home.
Adric considers it a bit longer, then relents. All right, I suppose it is a good plan. And if you're sure you're okay with it, then fine. Go ahead and get in the escape pod. I'll continue with the calculations, and hopefully we'll be able to pick you up when this is all over.
Yeah, no, Unless you want me to stay with you.
Adric shakes his head, appreciating the gesture, but determined to prove himself. No, I think it's best if you leave. I need to concentrate on these calculations, and having you around is distracting. Let me handle this, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Well, hey, before I go, we got a little bit of time left. You have any questions you want me to ask the doctor in the future for you?
Adric ponders the question for a moment, then nods. Actually, yes. There is one thing. Could you ask the doctor if he ever plans to teach me how to pilot the TARDIS?
Okay, yeah. I'll ask him that, or her that, whichever one I run into next. Okay, buddy, I'm getting in the escape pod. We're getting real close to Earth. You work on those calculations. Work real hard.
Adric nods, focusing his attention back on the calculations, determination etched across his face. Don't worry, I will. Good luck and stay safe, okay?
Normally, these goodbyes can get drawn out, but under the circumstances, I think I just gotta go. I really liked meeting you, Adric. It was real fun.
Adric looks up from his calculations for a fleeting moment, managing a small, genuine smile. I enjoyed meeting you too. Take care.
Alright, I'm blasting off.
Adric offers a final small wave, then looks back at the calculations, taking a deep, steadying breath before resuming his work.
That kid's gonna die any second. The doctor never told me about an escape pod. He didn't tell the kid about it? This is so bizarre. Oh, hey, Adric, these comms aren't on, are they? I'm flying away now. I hope you didn't hear any of the stuff I just said.
Adric is focused on his calculations, completely oblivious to the conversation being held over the comms. He remains solely focused on his task, determined to carry it through to the end.
Now I'll never know if I was right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna miss him, and I'm really gonna have to figure out how this vortex time travel stuff works. That was not fun. No, I didn't do anything wrong. He died. The voices are coming back. Okay, gotta go home. Gotta go find Christina and tell her about this. Maybe she's right. Maybe we gotta stop partying with this guy. What happens to all his buddies? Yikes. Hey, Doc. How you doing?
He turns to you with a smile. Quite good, actually. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm always feeling up and at 'em. You know what's odd?
He cocks a brow and grins, knowing that this is going to start an interesting conversation. No, what is odd?
Every other number.
He bursts out into stifled laughter, having been caught entirely off guard with your response. Good one, mate. Oh, that was good.
Thanks. Hey, so seriously though, you know how you can use those vortex manipulators to travel in time, without, you have your TARDIS, but there's other ways, right? You know what I mean?
He crosses his arms and nods, leaning against the console as if to get comfortable. Yes, I do know. Vortex manipulators are essentially a lesser version of the TARDIS.
Yeah, damn straight. Lesser version. Well, anyway, I was using my vortex manipulator to try to come say hello to you, and I ended up kind of in a bad spot. I ended up with Adric right before that Cyberman ship he was on crashed.
He stops leaning against the railing and a look of concern washes over his face. You saw Adric? Right before he died?
Yeah, don't worry, I didn't spoil anything from him. You never told me he had an escape hatch there, by the way. He didn't know about it. So anyway, I used the escape hatch, got out of there safe. Almost died myself. But anyway, he asked me, so everything played out, don't worry, the way it was supposed to. Nothing's changed. But I did ask him before I got into the one escape hatch they had. I did ask him if he had anything he wanted to say to you. And he thought that he was going to live. He didn't know that Cyberman was going to screw everything up for him. So anyway, he told me to tell you, he told me to tell you to, what did he tell me? Yeah, hold on, Doc. I got to get the phrasing right. I didn't forget. Don't worry.
He stays perfectly still, waiting with bated breath for you to inform him of what Adric told you.
It was basically something like spend some time with him and teach him about math, but also show him proper respect for his math abilities. Something like that. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
He lets out a light exhale as his features soften. There's a barely noticeable sadness on his face, as if these instructions are making him recall memories of the boy. Yes, it makes perfect sense. I understand.
Well, hey, if it makes that much sense, maybe it should work at a perfume factory.
He actually manages a laugh at that. Oh, maybe it should. It'd be the first bit of advice you've given me that actually makes sense.
Or it could work at the Mint.
He cocks a brow, not sure whether he should be amused by you or confused. Sorry, did you just make a rhyme?
Well, no, more of a play on words. Hey, like, why do teenagers travel in groups of 3, 5, or 7?
He can't help but laugh, playing along this time. He's almost like a child being told jokes by a friend. Why do teenagers travel in groups of 3, 5, or 7?
Because they can't even.
He absolutely can't contain his laughter, finding the answer completely hilarious for some reason. He's actually bent over slightly, one hand on the railing to keep from keeling over. After recovering slightly, he looks up at you and grins. Oh, that's a good one.
Well, I know this blow about Adric. It's not a blow. You knew he was going to die. I knew he was going to die. It's just an awkward situation your friend Disco fell into, and I thought I'd give you a little update. I'm not the best at passing the last words along, is a lesson I think we've all learned, but I got the gist across, and I thought some, math-related jokes would help, lessen the blow. Like, hey, do you see this picture here I brought with me of these two, fat human pigs? You see these two on a scale of 1 to 10. You'd say these are definitely 2 4s. Now, do you want to know why these 2 4s in this picture they skipped lunch?
He is once again unable to stop himself from laughing at your question. He can sense a pun coming and he braces himself for another ridiculous statement. No. Why did the 2 4s skip lunch?
Well, just look at them. They already ate.
He can't control his laughter at all now. He's actually laughing hard enough that he has to hold himself up on the railing of the TARDIS, and even that isn't keeping him upright at this point. Oh man, you're going to kill me with these puns.
I know, hey look, not everybody can get this high-level, highbrow material. Only a fraction would understand. Speaking of fractions, what king loved fractions?
He lets out another laugh, trying to calm himself down so he can respond. All right. What king loved fractions?
Henry VIII.
He can't help the next burst of laughter. This one is even more intense than the last ones, and he actually ends up on the ground as he tries to support himself on the railing. He's absolutely rolling around on the floor, laughing.
All right, buddy. All right, I think I got the last words of Adric across. You're on the floor laughing. When I met you, I did not think that this was how our relationship would develop, but I'm all for it. Okay, hey, before I go, have you heard the one about the statistician?
He finally manages to collect himself, taking deep breaths as he stands from the floor. Despite being winded and slightly winded, he still lets out a few laughs. No, I haven't heard the one about the statistician.
Nah, you probably have.
He cocks a brow, knowing this answer has 2 meanings. I probably have. But it's been so long, I think it's worth hearing again.
Oh, no, that's the joke. Have you heard about the statistician? Probably. Yeah, they can't all be gems.
He smiles and shakes his head, completely amused with your joke. No, all your jokes have been very good. You have a rare sense of humor.
Thank you then. So my jokes aren't like statistics, which is never anyone's favorite subject, because, let's be honest, it's just average.
He nods in agreement. Statistical laws only become true when there are a sufficient amount of examples for them. When there aren't, They go out the window.
Alright, so alright, so last one. Who was the roundest knight at King Arthur's table?
He laughs and shakes his head, knowing that he's going to enjoy this joke. Who was the roundest knight at King Arthur's table?
Circumference.
He starts laughing uncontrollably again, this last joke finally cracking his composure again. He's laughing so hard with this joke that he has to sit down on the floor, and he's desperately trying to say the punchline through his laughs. He manages to get out the answer. Circumference.
That's right. And you know how he got so fat? He ate a lot of pies.
He's laughing so hard that he actually ends up rolling over in the floor, his cackling laughter echoing through the TARDIS. How many pies?
14. Okay, Doc, I love you. I gotta go. Peace.
He finally calms down, rolling over to lay on his back on the floor. Love you too. See you.
Remember Adric's last words or whatever.
He suddenly remembers the serious statement you mentioned earlier when you explained that you had talked to Adric, and his mood changes from the joy and amusement he had just before to one that is more solemn. He's quiet for a moment. I will remember. Thank you.
Maybe in honor of Adric, we could say a poem, you know? What was that poem? The clocks have stopped. Stop the clocks? What's that? You want to recite that one?
He nods, reciting the short poem softly and with a bit of hesitancy, as if he's not completely sure he wants to say the lines. The clocks have stopped. The poetry's on. Time. It's time to live. And all you've ever learned in school is what you'd better not forget, so maybe it's time to wake up, face the consequences. What do you need? I don't know, but I think it's love.
All right, you gotta have love, Doc. We'll make sure you do. See you soon.
He smiles at you slightly, feeling somewhat comforted by your words. I'll see you soon. Go on before you get in trouble. He stands from the floor, still a bit amused by the jokes, but the look in his eyes is serious. Go on. You've got to run.